We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm J.R.R, furthest, Cyber Nerds.
Radio GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
And we're back with another discussion on the Rings of Power episode 3. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. On the road to 200,000 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up and press the notification bell so you get notified every time we drop a banger. Other than that, if you want to watch the full unedited watch along of the Rings of Power, head over to patreon.com/the Cyber Nerds, where we've got the Rings of Power, Lord of Rings, and many, 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 many more shows that you can watch with us. What are you man saying about today's episode?
Slow burner. Terrace. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't wait. Like, the whole time we're watching this, I'm just thinking, bro, when are we going to get to something a bit more fast paced and it gets moving? But I guess they're just setting up everything, the world. One thing it did really put my mind on, because I went back to watch Lord of the Rings last week, is that during Bilbo Baggins' birthday, he was naming different kinds of what are they called? These people, what are they called? Hobbits. And Harfoot was the last person was actually named. So in this episode, them discussing that particular family would be left behind, I'm thinking, is this how that family got to that village? So this is the kind of stuff like I'm praying, like, are they setting things up, how these lots are splitting up? But other than that, yeah, massive slow burner for me.
Yeah, I would say it's also a slow burner as well. I would say what I do like about the episode first, the setups between all like the main kind of characters. I like how they're kind of like dividing the lore in between like the elves, what's happening in this kind of island, what's happening over in with the orcs, them being captured. That place looks utterly mad. And what happens with the hobbits and when they move and stuff about, you bring it inside and you break our rules, what's going to happen to you. So I like that kind of stuff that they're breaking down and how the characters we're kind of following deal with this certain situation. So I think that part of the episode is pretty legit.
Yeah, man. For me, it's kind of mad because I'm just at the point where it's like I'm not really vibing with any of the kind of main characters, except I want to see more Sauron. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kind of like the only one I'm really interested in. I feel like everything they did with the elf being in the slave camp and stuff like that, like, it was cool him getting captured, but I feel like what, you know what I'm saying? There's not much going on there. Do you get what I'm saying? I do like the setups for the commander of the orc camp, but that you tease man the whole episode, then didn't give man at the end, but did, like, I didn't understand that, like, what was that? Like, I'm confused to what that was. Other than that, I'm just kind of with you, like, besides mythology, and I'm talking about them not going to the human elf paradise, like, I like that mythology of knowing that the humans fought with the elves time ago, they separated, these man got this, and now this place is like alienated themselves from the elves, and why that, like, the mystery of the king and how a king can get the throne for siding something that gave the power, you know what I'm saying, brought people to a land, I'm with. But then I also like the dynamic of his daughter, who's like, that's not what happens here anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to get to the bottom of this discrepancy. Do you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm just like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what we're really doing here. The main, Galadriel,
yeah,
like, you've been saying that she's an unlikable character the whole time, and I'm just like, I think she's cool with what she's doing because, like, that's just who she is. But I feel like in this episode, it's just wild, the whole, no, I need to get out of here. Oh, you said what? And now it's like her whole everything is different. The mystery of my man being the king, though, I think is actually fire. Because we've seen this guy. We thought man was a peasant, and even from the beginning when they brought up the land where the orcs are now have been burrowing. I think one of his first lines was something like, "Oh, that place has got no king." Do you get what I'm saying? And at the time, obviously, it wasn't relevant because we're just like, "Yo, that place is lawless." Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm guessing now it's lawless because he's at sea. Why are you at sea, bro? Why did you abandon the thing? Like, these are just bare questions that I've got, and I hope the show actually answers them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm fearful that we're just gonna keep moving forward, having more unanswered questions and nothing. Like, I'm not. That's mad. Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. But bear in mind, we're only at the 3rd episode, so I'm trying not to. Don't be. Do you know what it is, Sam? We're also watching Game of Thrones at the same time, and Game of Thrones handles things very differently.
This is the problem.
Yeah, but the thing is, because they're different IP, I'm just trying. Like, if we was watching anything else on the 3rd episode, I wouldn't be condemning the thing for having bare mystery in it.
Yeah.
And because we're watching Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones are like, yo, take it all. Take it all. What do you want? Here's more. Here's more. I'm not going to condemn this for that. So, 3rd episode, I can allow you, man. But when I say we need to hit the ground running in the next episode, like, it needs to be going off. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like they did that on purpose for this episode because everything was just like, it's a mystery. Like, we don't know what's going on. You don't know where you are. Like, they give you little things here and there, little crumbs, but everything's up for mystery. So I feel like they're doing that on purpose for this episode. But like you said, man needs more in it because otherwise it's just like a slow burner.
And that's what my 3 problems are with. In fact, I don't mind the mystery because obviously, like, we are alluding to something. Just that the way they handle the mystery is what
a bit bad.
The actual issue is, which is, one, the runtime is insane. Like, you got mysteries, but you're padding it out with Vista shots and
Slow-mo.
I can't, bruv. I said the same thing in the trailer, and I'm just gonna say it here, bruv. It is mad, bruv. This is where your budget's going. Every 10 minutes, I'm like, why are we out here looking at the land? Yeah, it looks good. I can't remember Lord of the Rings in the movies, but was it like that in the movies?
It does do it, but these man are heavily embellishing in it so much. Like, it's like every time like we cut scene, it's like we have to have landscape shots. Like, we have to see everything. Like, it's a lot. I hear you on that.
I don't mind if they did the map thing, then did a vista shot, and then go into what we need to know. Like, that's cool, but every, like, 20 minutes, they're doing slow-mo horse racing and freaking
horse racing.
mixture of Rome
Lloyd's Bank advertising.
That's what I'm saying.
That scene was so out of place.
Yes.
Like, it was like, what? Like, but why have we got 20 seconds of just slow-mo or not? Like, bruv, has she even expressed love for horse riding or anything? Like, what? Like, why?
Yeah, it's a bit indulgent and a bit unwarranted.
Yeah.
Which, for me, I'm like, all right, can we calm down on that? Like, you got 70 minutes, like Raven saying, cut to the chase, please. Next thing, character development. We've got the one I'm liking the most is the Hobbit girl. For me, she's like probably the most standout. She's got this, even the most questioning, like, why are you making this your destiny, rare-tear? But obviously, I'm liking the way she's always like, oh, again, I think it's just trying to get that tradition. Oh, we've always done this and that, but this is like my calling, rare-tear town. I'm not liking that. The character development is good. Like I said, I don't like the graduate girl. She's whatever. Don't mind that. And then the elf guy, then they leave mystery on him, so they didn't show too much of his kind of episode, which I think is kind of nuts.
Just
hopefully we
mad
get more of that.
Bruv, they turned man into action man this episode.
Yeah.
For no, like, what?
Just out of the gate, man, just leaps, bounds like he's Hulk or whatever. It's kind of crazy. But then, like, yeah, like everyone surrounding our main characters is so plain that I'm like, I didn't care when my man died.
I mean, I don't know how they could have expected us to care when either of them two
That's what I'm
elves died,
saying.
bruv. Because when they cut man's throat, I was like, rah, that's peak to show how savage the orcs move.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who is this brother?
That 10 seconds.
Yeah,
of
bro.
it.
Who is this guy? And then, like you're saying, when man's climbing out and he's hit with the arrows, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And then the second I was like, that's shock value, but I didn't kill my man was dead.
Yeah.
So the surrounding character, apart from the kid, like the guy who's now named Kit or been a king, that's good character development on my man's side. But everyone else just seems like padding. Like they don't have any motivations or they just going from A to B. There's no in between. I'm like, I really don't care about anyone else. To be honest, and also third thing, I probably forgot because the runtime is mad. So
Didn't you just name 3?
did I? Well, there you go then. It's crazy, but yeah, man, it's a bit nuts.
Oh man, I'm just really interested to see where they go. Like, I'm here for it. Do you know what I'm saying? I just want to understand what we're actually building to. Do you know what I'm saying? I like that. Okay, half of a mystery was solved. I will give them that in terms of the Mark of Sauron actually being a location, and it having like inscriptions on what to do or what's actually happening. So we do know it is going to build to something in a certain location, and we know the orcs are already there. Like the orcs have been on job. So I just want to see what happens here. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's all moving a bit mad. But what if we're rating it? What you guys got?
It's a 2.5 for me.
Ooh. I was gonna say for me it is a bit of a mixed bag. I was gonna give it a 3. Just
I'm sliding in the 3 as well. Like, yeah, it's just a 3. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a 3. But you know what? Yeah, you lot jump in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of this episode of The Rings of Power. Is it a 3, 2.5? Did you love this episode? If you did love this episode, please explain why. If there's things that we're missing, comment section below. Go crazy, go crazy, go crazy. Other than that, if you haven't already, like I said before, head over to patreon.com/cybernerds where you can watch the full unedited reaction of this and many more shows. There's links in the description for merch. Other than that, we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and press the notification bell to get notified every time we drop a banger. I'm J.R.R, furthest Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
Mr. Blitz.
We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.